we're going to move on to our next thing. And this was also one of those things that, people blow up on the internet. They hear one thing and they say, oh, this has to be real. They're saying something here. And so for me, I'm not even sure I really buy this. It sounds like these two having a good time. Again, Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds, they're doing Wolverine versus Deadpool, or Deadpool versus Wolverine, or Deadpool 3, whatever they're going to call it. But, Hugh Jackman was doing an interview and he called it Wolverine and Deadpool, and everyone started going nuts on the internet. Here's kind of what he said.
In a video posted by Hugh Jackman, the Wolverine star mentioned having to spend a year with him, Ryan Reynolds, shooting Wolverine and Deadpool. Since he referred to the film as Wolverine and Deadpool instead of Deadpool 3, it's possible that the former is the official title of the upcoming threequel. Deadpool's own Ryan Reynolds then commented on the video with the following. Also, Wolverine and Deadpool, bub? ? It's catchy, right? Was Wolverine's response.
Yeah, it's catchy, right? So they're having fun with each other. That's what it is. They're just having fun. They're playing around, but maybe it is Wolverine and Deadpool. I'm excited about this movie. Like, Hugh Jackman coming back and actually being Wolverine after all these years is pretty epic. And the fact that they were able to make it happen after all these years of teasing it and teasing it and teasing it. And if you watch the Deadpool movies, like, he's put Hugh Jackman's face places, like cut it out with his eyes and stuff. I think he wore it as a mask at one point. So he's been teasing this for a long time. And the fact that he's training, and he was talking about it too, I guess Hugh Jackman's been on Broadway. And after he's done with this performance, I think in February or so, he's going to get back into the gym. And he's got 6 months to work out to get back to Wolverine, status physically. And then he's going to jump into filming. And they go back and forth. They play around this. Like, they're like a couple of years ago, they did that ugly sweater thing where Ryan Reynolds showed up and he had an ugly sweater on, but nobody else had it on. They were teasing him. So, like,
who knows? They prank each other a lot.
They prank each other. So this might just be for good fun. But I mean, Wolverine and Deadpool, it makes sense. It seems like an easy title. It seems almost fitting for it. So I could see it happening. But I don't know, Jake, you hear about this. Do you think that this is them having a good time? Or do you think that maybe he slipped it out? That yes, this happens. Actors are rehearsing already. He's got the script. Maybe he just said it and didn't think about it. But do you think that he slipped it out? Or do you think it's just them having a good time and he's just joking?
I don't know. I would watch it. It's, it sounds like something that would be fun. And I can see them, like, if they continue the pranking to be part of the movie itself, if it's just like kind of pulls, because Deadpool itself almost felt like it was a real life story within another story while you're watching it. At least the first one to me felt that way. Like, it was kind of like this fan of wanting to be a superhero ended up being one. But I don't know. I think it could be fun. So, and
I'm muted. Before Marvel actually bought Sony.
I thought my earbud went out. I was like,
so did I.
Yeah. Yeah, I was muted apparently. But before Sony actually was bought up by Fox I'm all over the place. Before Disney bought Fox, right? And they acquired the Marvel universe of the X-Men, there was a script where it was supposed to be like a road trip with Wolverine and Deadpool, and Ryan Reynolds was trying to get that made before. So the idea, maybe this script is still around or there's a form of that. That's interesting to me too. So that might be something what it is. Again, they're saying that it could have been thrown out. That was a long time ago, but Ryan Reynolds said there was a script before for a buddy comedy road trip. Is that something you'd watch, Jake? Do you think that could be something they're doing or going for?
Yeah. I mean, I could see it being something like that. I don't know. Maybe Wolverine will try to call him on his Mint phone and it'll drop the call. That'd be kind of fun. So I don't know. It's hard to say. I would watch it though.
Yeah.
I think there are 2 Deadpool movies already.
There's 2 so far. Yeah.
Okay. See, I've seen the first one, but I never watched the second one. So
the second one's fun. You should check it out.
Good.
There's also a Christmas version of it called Once Upon a Time in Deadpool or something like that. And it's the same exact movie as Deadpool 2, except he kidnaps Fred Savage and he ties him to a bed and he does like Princess Bride and he reads the story to him of Deadpool 2. So it's kind of fun.
Right.
It's definitely adds a new element to it. They probably shot for like a couple days and just intersplice all that stuff in the movie. and they brought it out for Christmas time. But that's when I'd say watch. It's fun. And GR, yes, in the last Wolverine movie, they did kill Wolverine, and they're actually saying they're not going to mess with that timeline because that was a big thing for Hugh Jackman. He said, "I don't want to mess with this, like the perfect ending." And Patrick Stewart said the same thing. It was a perfect ending for Professor X and for Wolverine. So this apparently takes place before the events of the last Wolverine movie. So that can all still happen and play out because that takes place in like 2028 or something like that, or 2032. And this will still be present day before Wolverine dies. Sabrina, you hear this too. I know we've talked about this before, but are you excited about this movie? Do you think that there's any kind of merit in this joke back and forth that it will be called Wolverine and Deadpool? Or do you think this is just two friends joking and that's kind of a stab that he's giving at Ryan Reynolds being like, oh, my name goes first?
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say. Like it probably was that. Like, but instead of it being Deadpool and Wolverine, even though it's a Deadpool franchise, like his name is going first. And I think that was the Ryan Reynolds remark saying, "Oh, Wolverine, Deadpool, huh? Like, is that what you're gonna say, Bob? Because it's my movie, it's not yours." Like, they're very good friends, and I think that they're just having fun with each other. I do think that there is a possibility that the name would be something like that because I feel like it was before when it was produced through Sony. It was Deadpool 1, Deadpool 2, and now that it's Marvel and Kevin Feige, like maybe they'll not want to name it Deadpool 3 because they didn't do the first two. Maybe they'll want to name it something else. But I don't think I think they're just having fun with each other like they always do.
Yeah, I think
And I
you're right
also
about
don't
that
think
too.
that the movie, I don't think they're going to be like buddies in the movie. I think they're going to kick the shit out of each other constantly because, like in the comic books and stuff, like they are like arch enemies, and like Logan would never want to be anywhere near Deadpool ever, like never ever. So I feel like whatever's gonna, like they're probably gonna, it's probably he's gonna be the anti-hero basically, because no one can not like Wolverine. But I mean, maybe at the end they'll like get together against a common force or something, but it's definitely not going to be a, hey buddy, we're best friends, let's go fight crime together. Like there's going to be a lot of kicking ass between each other for sure.
And that's kind of what they were already saying a little bit too. That it's going to be fun and it's going to be them kind of like combating a little bit, like Wolverine verse. And I think that's the whole thing. Like instead of Wolverine and Deadpool, I think it almost be like a Wolverine verse Deadpool or Deadpool verse Wolverine. And they have to, because they are very different personalities. Like you think about Deadpool being on Wolverine, I could see Deadpool just being like joking around and bouncing around.
It can't be verse each other though, because then one of them would have to die, and you're not going to kill Deadpool, and Wolverine dies later. So like it can't.
I know,
I mean,
but
I'm
it
sure
might
kick
not.
the crap out of each other, but
There's going to be a fight. There's going to be a fight. There is going to be a fight. I know it.
But my guess is at the end they'll band together and beat someone that's more evil than each other. Like they'll wind up having to come together and fight someone else. I just did like
hopefully
a dab.
It's a good villain. I mean, I think this is also going to integrate Deadpool into the Marvel Cinematic Universe because right now he's kind of floating. He's kind of floating in the Fox verse out there, and a lot of the X-Men are too because Sony didn't, or not. I mean, Fox was owned before by somebody else. Now Disney has all the Marvel stuff from Fox. They've acquired all the X-Men. They've acquired all of their library of superheroes. Now they can kind of integrate them in. So I think this is going to be the first start for the X-Men. As the Fantastic Four movie coming down the line will integrate the Fantastic Four in finally. And then they'll have the whole family of Marvel all back together again after so many years of being separate. And that's what I'm saying. Maybe this will be like them fighting and then, or maybe them arguing, and then it gets him to be part of Marvel. But then what happens to Hugh Jackman? Does he disappear? Because, I mean, I don't know if he's going to keep playing Wolverine.
Well, they have that whole multiverse situation, so who knows? I mean, it's like anything's possible now they introduce that. Like anyone can be anywhere at any time. It like kind of it blurs the lines, but I guess I hesitate to use the word believable, but because they've introduced this multiverse in so many different movies, like I feel like they can really do whatever the hell they want now. Like it's
yeah, they can go anywhere. Anything, anybody can be brought back from other movies.
Nothing off the table at this point.
It's actually pretty cool. But I don't know.
Chris loves a good fight.
It could be a great fight. That's what I'm saying. It'd be an awesome fight. But we'll see what happens. Honestly, I think they're just teasing here. I think they're teasing each other like they always do. I think people are just going nuts on the internet because they said a title. This has got to be the title. Like, come on. Like it's probably just a joke. And we'll get an official announcement, but it won't be for a long time. Honestly, they don't start shooting for like 6 to 8 months still. And then by that point, I think it's releasing in 2024. It's like October 2024.
I think it said November 2023.
I don't think so.
I don't know. I think so.
That's
Here,
good.
I'll look
I-
it up.
Yeah.
I thought it was 2024 where it came out.
Maybe it's November 2024, but let me look.
I thought so. Springs looked that up, but I mean, I think they just tease each other a lot. I think that's all this is. I'm excited to see what they do with the franchise, though, and with Deadpool coming in and bringing Wolverine back is awesome, especially giving Hugh Jackman at least maybe a moment to be with everybody in the Marvel Universe. I think he's going to do Secret Wars, too. That's where they bring everybody together later on. That's the next Avengers franchise. I think he'll be in for that, too.
2024. November
2024.
2024.
Yeah, I thought it
So
was. Yeah,
depressing. Like, why are we even talking about this now? I have to wait until 2024? Rude.
that's how it goes. They announced it so far ahead, and they're not going to start shooting, I said, for like 6 to 8 months. So it's going to be some time. So, anybody, what do you think out there? Let us know. It's going to be fun, I think. I think they're joking. You let us know, and we'll talk about some more with you later on.